Hello, level cast learners. Welcome to your daily news update. Let's look at what is happening in the world today. News 1 of 20. First, news from Gaza. Promises to rebuild Gaza are not working. This means the future of Gaza is still unclear. Countries promised money but are now slow to pay. This is because there is no peace and no progress. News 2 of 20. Next, we want to hear from you. Have you moved to another country? Or are you thinking about it? We want to know if you moved because people do not like migrants. Migrants are people who move from one country to live in another. We want to hear your stories. News 3 of 20. Now to Europe. Russia made threats against countries called the Baltics. These threats are unacceptable. This is what a leader from the EU said. The EU is a group of European countries. A drone, a small flying machine, flew into Lithuania. Lithuanian leaders had to go to safe places called bunkers. News 4 of 20. In Mexico, people are looking for family members. These family members disappeared. They are victims of group fights. But now, other groups are targeting these searchers. They say, if you keep looking, we will kill you. This means it is very dangerous to search. News 5 of 20. Good news for trade. The EU will start a trade deal with the US. A trade deal is an agreement about buying and selling things. This deal was made last summer. Members of the European Parliament, MEPs, stopped it before. They were worried about taxes on goods. News 6 of 20. Some people think Trump is like a former Iranian president. His name is Ahmadinejad. He talks to get attention. But he does not like Israel. It is hard to see how Israel could work with him. It was a strange idea. News 7 of 20. In Beijing, China, leaders Xi and Putin met. Putin is from Russia. Xi is from China. They said US foreign policy is irresponsible. Foreign policy is how a country acts with other countries. They met after Trump's visit. They showed they have strong ties, meaning they are good friends. News 8 of 20. Now to health news. A vaccine for Ebola will take 6 to 9 months. A vaccine is a medicine to stop sickness. Ebola is a dangerous disease. It has killed 139 people in Africa. A US doctor got Ebola. He is now getting help in Germany. News 9 of 20. In the UK, many people think migration is growing. Migration is when people move to live in a new country. But a study shows it is actually going down. People's ideas about migration are wrong. This affects how people talk about it. News 10 of 20. The US has charged a former Cuban president. His name is Raúl Castro. He is 94 years old. The US says he shot down planes in 1996. The US wants to remove the current government in Cuba. News 11 of 20. In Canada, people want answers. A young woman died after giving plasma. Plasma is part of your blood. People say safety rules were too weak. Advocates, people who support others, are asking for an investigation. News 12 of 20. Update on the Ukraine war. Britain will buy fuel made from Russian oil. This oil is refined, or processed, in other countries. So, it is not directly from Russia. In Kyiv, 2 young victims of bombing had their funerals. News 13 of 20. In Wellington, there is a big problem. Sewage, or wastewater, is spilling into the water. Millions of liters have been spilling since February. A plant that cleans the water broke. It might take 6 months to fix. News 14 of 20. Brexit, the UK leaving the EU, is in the news again. The UK needs to decide what it wants. EU leaders would like to be closer to the UK. But the UK needs to understand the deal first. News 15 of 20. Thailand is changing its visa rules. A visa is a special stamp to enter a country. They are worried about crime from foreigners. Tourists from many countries used to stay 60 days without a visa. This will change. News 16 of 20. In Venezuela, there is a Spooks Hotel. This is a hotel where many important people meet. Diplomats, business people, and U.S. military are there. They are making deals about Venezuela's resources. Resources are things like oil or minerals. News 17 of 20. People are angry about how Gaza activists were treated. An Israeli minister showed a video. It showed him making fun of activists. Activists are people who work for a cause. The U.S. ambassador called this despicable. Many countries are upset. News 18 of 20. Many people in the UK might not have enough money later in life. This is called a pension cliff edge. A new report says people are not saving enough. This means some might have to work longer. News 19 of 20. In Japan, Navy curry is very popular. Curry is a food with spices. It came from India with British Navy officers. The Navy is a country's ships and sailors. Now, it is a national favorite. News 20 of 20. Finally, in Norway, a court made a decision. They stopped sending a migrant rights activist to Greece. His name is Tommy Olsen. The court said his actions were legal. This is a win for human rights. That's today's news on Levelcast. Keep learning and see you next time.